Well, good morning, guys. Ellarie here. My last quarantine video, single mom quarantine routine, you guys asked me, a lot of you guys asked me, which I was kind of shocked about because I only showed like 2 little meals, but wanted to see like what we eat during the week during quarantine, because obviously now I have to cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner as opposed to when she was in school and it was only like dinner, lunch too. I didn't starve my baby or whatnot, but and then in the summer she's usually in California, so I never usually have to cook this consistently, which is kind of like new for me. I mean, I've enjoyed it for the most part because we both have been eating good. I mean, but I'm at the grocery store every other week and not just spending $80, like $200, because we mainly eat like seafood and frickin'. So Yoshi is not here today. She will be here tomorrow. So this morning in particular, and when she is for whatever reason not here in the morning, that's when I can just cook for me. Stuff that I know she won't eat or I don't feel like making and then she wasting. So today I'm gonna have some avocado toast. I haven't made it in a long time actually because I haven't been buying avocados, but I bought some today because Tuesday is Cinco de Mayo, Taco Tuesday, so I had to have some avocados. Anyway, so I'm going to show you guys how I make that for myself. I don't have any concealer on, FYI. It's gonna be like 85 degrees today, so I'm gonna put some sunscreen on and then a little bit of concealer because I still want to be cute outside, you know, in case I do a couple stories or whatnot. But right now I have nothing on my face. This is me. Okay, so first I'm gonna make my little avocado spread, which is basically just avocado, cilantro, tomato, and seasoning. So I'm gonna chop all this up. This is all organic, by the way. Tastes way better and lasts way longer to me. I like everything chopped up like really small because I'm one of those people who take super long to eat because I have to make sure my food is like chewed up all the way. So I don't really like big chunks. All right, now I'm gonna add everything to my guac. Now to season it, I'm using lemon pepper. This is Himalayan pink lemon and dill sea salt. This is jalapeno chili pepper, black pepper, onion powder, crushed red pepper, paprika. I just realized I forgot to get some garlic powder when I went to the grocery store. So this has garlic powder in it, but it's total seasoning. Lime juice. Actually, I forgot I have minced garlic, so I'm gonna add this too. So it's basically like a guacamole paste, pretty much. This is pretty much the same stuff I use when I make guacamole. And I know some people just slice up avocado and put it on the toast, but like I said, I like things like creamy. I don't really like big chunks of anything, so that's why I am making it into like a guacamole. And now we stir. As I stir, I'm kind of mashing up the avocado to make it a little more creamy. It's all about preference. I don't chop it too much because I don't want it like watery, but I do it so that it kind of looks like the guacamole is more guacamole. The avocado is more like a paste. So I probably am good with this, how it looks right here. I know people who don't like avocados are probably like, ugh. But if you don't like avocados, we can't be friends. Bam. Now I am just frying up 1 strip of bacon. Obviously optional if you don't eat pork, but I'm just doing 1 so I can crumble it on top. And I got my bread in the toaster, my 2 eggs waiting to be cooked. That's Yoshi's birthday present, by the way. Once the bacon's cooked on one side, I flip it over and then I put brown sugar on it, just a little bit. Because sometimes bacon is too salty for me, so a little bit of brown sugar like makes it sweet and salty, which is one of my favorite flavors, sweet and salty. My auntie Mila started doing this, and then I became addicted. Sometimes she puts it in the oven, which gives it like a glaze. All right, when that's done, I take it out, put it on a napkin, turn the heat down, because it's really hot, and I need to fry my eggs. I'm actually gonna leave this leftover. It's not a lot of oil in there, but I'm gonna leave it in there and add some butter. This is salted organic butter. I'm gonna put my toast down. I'm still gonna add a little bit of nonstick because that bacon debris is gonna make my eggs stick to the pan. Now you can either poach your eggs, but that takes too long for me. So I just cook them over medium, which some people can't do. I just add pepper and a little bit of this total seasoning. This total seasoning, by the way, if you're wondering like what are some of the spices in it, it's salt, garlic, onion, spices, parsley, oregano, cilantro, all that good stuff. It's not gonna be as pretty because the bacon is making the pan all black, so I'm gonna spread some basil pesto on the bread. Has a little olive oil in it, just like that. And normally I would put the avocado on next, but since these eggs look so ugly because all the little pieces of bacon are making it look black, I'm gonna put the eggs on first, just for visual purposes. Then I'm gonna add my avocado on top and crumble up my bacon. And here is the final outcome. Like I said, the egg usually goes at the top, but it doesn't matter. It's all going down the same way. But you got the bread, the pesto sauce, the avocado spread, and some bacon and a poached egg. And that's how I make my avocado toast. Let's see how this egg turned out so y'all can know. I know how to make my eggs right, you know what I'm saying? You see that? You see it. Do you see the spillage? That's what we call spillage. That's how you know you made the egg right, when you got the spillage. Now, normally I would eat this with like a small cup of coffee or mimosa. But I'm saving my champagne for tomorrow, and I don't usually drink coffee when I have a big breakfast because it fills me up too fast. So I'm just gonna have some water so I don't get too full, because I will be drinking later, and I wanna make sure the coffee is not making me feel more full than I am. I am getting blown up today. Who texted me that? Oh, Apple News Spotlight. Should've known. Well, good morning there. So yesterday, I skipped lunch. I don't know if I skipped lunch or I was just too tipsy to know I was hungry. I got a little tipsy yesterday. So I didn't eat lunch, and then when I got in the house, because I was at the pool yesterday, I just came inside and made a salad. And it was a bagged salad, so there was really nothing to show y'all yesterday. Today's Sunday. Yoshi's about to come home. I don't know what time, but she's gonna be here later, which means I get to make whatever I want for breakfast. Something I know she wouldn't eat if she was here. She always says it's too spicy, but everybody else has had it, so they be hitting. So I'm about to make shrimp and grits. I'm gonna make some bacon. Well, this is gonna go in the shrimp and grits, and I use, you know, the bacon grease to cook my peppers and stuff. I honestly tried to stop eating bacon for a while, but turkey bacon don't taste like bacon. I don't even think they should put the word bacon on turkey bacon, because it don't taste like bacon. It tastes like turkey. Actually, I don't want to stop eating bacon. I just feel guilty when I eat it. That's more accurate. I'm gonna cook it the same way I did yesterday. Let it get a little brown on one side, flip it over, and then add some brown sugar. All right, now I'm gonna put these to the side on a napkin, and I'm gonna turn this all the way on low because I gotta grab my shrimp and I don't want it to pop me. But I already peeled my shrimp, and I'm gonna add a little bit of butter to the pan, and then I'm gonna place my shrimp in there, you know what I'm saying? So the way I like to cook shrimp is, obviously I'm placing them in there one by one. I cook them on one side first, and then once obviously the other side is pink, then I flip them over and I just cook them on the same side evenly, as opposed to just mixing them all up and having them on top of each other. And while the other side is cooking, I season them. There's usually a honey garlic rub that I put on them, but I ran out. And I forgot to buy some more. It's kind of expensive too. So I'm just gonna use some Obey, because the roux is already gonna have its own seasoning, so I don't want to over season the shrimp. Obey will do it just fine, you know what I'm saying? And while that's cooking all the way on low, I'm cooking it slow on purpose because I have to cut my peppers. I should have did it beforehand, but I forgot. So I'm using a red, yellow, and orange pepper. 1, 2, 3. And normally I add sausage too, but my sausage was in the freezer and I didn't feel like waiting for it to unthaw, so no sausage this time, my friend. I'm also gonna add my peppers in while the shrimp is almost done cooking. While that's shimmering, I'm going to start my grits, which don't take long, but I do always use a measuring cup when I make grits because, oh my gosh, where are my grits? Please say I have grits. I can't make shrimp and grits without grits. Who's the grit bandit? Oh. Overreacted. They're usually in the pantry. They were in the cabinet. Out my grits. Yeah, grits can go left real quick, so I follow the instructions. I don't be playing around. Grits and rice, measuring cup, third time. So since I'm making 1 serving, I'm just using 1 cup of water and a 1/4 cup of grits. To get a bang for my buck, you know what I'm saying? I cut my shrimp into thirds just so I can feel like I'm eating shrimp with every bite, as opposed to just eating one big old jumbo shrimp. So I'm about to cut all these up into like thirds. Bam! Now it look like I got hella shrimp. When it was only like 7, now it's like 17. My water's boiling, so I'm about to pour in the grits and turn the heat all the way down. Stir those in. I actually think some of my water evaporated, but since it did, I'm gonna actually turn it off and just put the lid on so they don't overcook and burn. Then I'm gonna take my shrimp and peppers out of this pan because I don't like to cook the roux with the shrimp and normally sausage, and sometimes I even put vegetables in it. This is really a basic shrimp and grits. Usually I be putting all kind of stuff in here, but I don't like to cook the roux with the stuff in here just in case I mess it up, which I have done before. And just put it over here to the side. I cleaned this bowl, by the way. This is the same shrimp bowl, but I cleaned it. Ain't no contamination popping off over here. So I have the heat all the way down again, and then I'm gonna add some chicken stock. I add the whole thing because it's almost empty anyway. Some heavy whipping cream. I don't measure any of this stuff, by the way. I just kind of look at it. Then I add all my seasonings. The total seasoning that I used yesterday, onion powder, a little bit of Sazon, black pepper, jalapeno chili pepper, paprika, garlic, curry powder, and turmeric. But honestly, to me, it just makes shit look seasoned. Like the red color, once you know you got a little color on it, that's how you know it's seasoned. But I really don't know what it tastes like. Check on my grits. Uh-oh. Add a little milk. See, what had happened was some of my water evaporated when it was boiling. So they cooked a little faster, but it's okay. Just add some milk, add a little butter. Put the top back on, they're gonna be right, trust me. I had to add some water too because these grits trying to embarrass me. Anyways, now I'm about to add some flour to the roux to thicken it on up. Depending on how thick you want it, depends on how much flour you're gonna put in. I don't like it super duper thick, but I also don't like it watery, so. Okay, I took the grits off life support. They're better now. I added some salt and pepper. Thanks, guys. Thanks for not embarrassing me. Thanks, appreciate ya. Every time, I do it every time, I tell you. Now I'm gonna add my shrimp in here now that I know my sauce is safe and edible. And I'm gonna crumble up one slice of the bacon because I'm gonna use the other one on top for like a little garnish. Stir that on up. Let me turn this off. It's actually done now. So now I usually have a very, very specific, exclusive bowl that I like to eat my shrimp and grits out of. It's like when I ordered shrimp and grits at a restaurant, this was the to-go bowl they gave me. And I really like to eat it out of this bowl, but I just spent the last 15 minutes scouring my cabinets and I can't seem to find it. Not upset. Irate, not upset. So I'm just gonna use this instead. It was basically just a smaller version of this. It was black. This is too big, but I don't want to use a bowl because then I have to I like to see everything all out and be able to spread and cut and whip and flip it. So, and I also chopped up a couple chives to make it look all pretty and fancy and whatnot. Ooh, your girl's showing out. So yeah, this is the final dish. Obviously this bowl is making it look goofy as hell, but let me get it close up so you can see how it would look if it's in a smaller bowl. Yeah, you see that. You see that flavor. You see that rotisseryness. Yeah. Now I'm gonna give y'all a little visual of what it tastes like. Let me see. Get a little scoop. Oh my god, it's another day. So it's now Monday. I look a hot mess. I need to take another shower because I feel like I still smell like sunscreen. I think my drunken shower just wasn't quite right. Once again, yesterday I did not have lunch. It was a long day outside at the pool and we had dinner, but someone else made it. So I didn't really cook at all yesterday besides the shrimp and grits. But today, look who's back. Yeah, that's her. She needs her hair washed because she went swimming yesterday too. So that's a big afro with a tiny little hair tie at the end. I have to handle that after breakfast, which she only wants cereal today, which is great news for me because like I said, I have to take another shower. I'm kind of tired, so I didn't really feel like cooking breakfast. So thankfully she's in a cereal mood. The only bad thing about that is she's gonna be hungry in a couple hours, which means lunch is coming soon after. Her favorite cereal is none other than Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Yoshi, darling, your extravagant breakfast awaits you. Just took a shower. Oh my god, it feels so much better. It's now time for lunch. I had watched a whole bunch of shows on the couch on Mondays. If I could help it, like if I'm not behind, I really don't like to do anything because, you know, Saturday and Sunday was kind of like lit. So it's usually always that way. Like I always try to have fun on the weekends. I need my weekends. Monday, you know, are helping me detox from the weekend. And then I start working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, sometimes a little piece of Friday. Anyways, I digress. She usually always wants a grilled cheese sandwich for lunch. It's very consistent for her. So that's what I'm about to make her. Very simple, nothing much to say here. We have our bread, we have our cheese. She likes Velveeta. We get Velveeta cheese, okay? If I'm feeling fancy and I have some expensive cheese, I use that. Then we got our butter. I get my pan warm and then I add my butter. And I use 2 pieces of cheese because I try to make sure the cheese hits like all ends of the bread, so she doesn't like ask me to cut off the crust or nothing. It's just better, you know. It gives, you know, cheese in every bite. She's more likely to eat the whole thing and stop wasting the corners of the bread. So I usually use a lot of butter because this is the only thing that I use. Then I just put the sandwich in there, bro. You can get a spatula and like push it down, or they even have like fancy grilled cheese smashers. But up here in our household, mommy has her clean hands and she just pushes on it. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna waste the dish. Can't get a little hot in here. But this is pretty much a guessing game to when the other side is done. Do I really need to show y'all this? Like, who don't know how to make a grilled cheese sandwich? People can make a grilled cheese sandwich with an iron. Like, I don't even know why I'm like really being that detailed with it. I'm about to take it out and add some more butter and flip it to the other side. Same amount of butter as the other side, and then add the sandwich back in there. While the other side is cooking, I'm gonna get her a little bowl of fruit. Pineapples. That way she doesn't ask for another grilled cheese because she's still hungry. I'm still hungry. Can I have another grilled cheese? No, honey. Eat some fruit. So she has her sandwich, fruit, and some water. Yoshi doggone, your lunch awaits.
Okay, I'll be right back. Can
She's talking to herself, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you by yourself. Yeah, to your dolls. I still obviously have not washed her hair. This is her in her natural state. I'm gonna wash her after lunch, before dinner. And guess what's for dinner?
Pasta?
No.
Salmon?
Yes. My famous salmon. Yes.
Barbecue sauce salmon.
No, I'm gonna make it with the honey glaze like I did last time. Remember when it was bussin'? Wow. Wasn't memorable, huh? Anyways, when I made that salmon, a lot of you guys asked me how I made like the rub and all that stuff, so that's what your girl's making tonight. You feel me? It's dinner time. About to get the salmon popping. I love when she wants salmon because it's very quick to make, especially when you're hungry. I usually ask her which vegetable she's in the mood for, so I know that she's gonna eat it all. Well, she's gonna eat it all regardless, because you know I may or may not force her to. But she requested broccoli, so we're gonna have some like a lime, cilantro, zest rice with broccoli and honey glazed salmon. Let's get cracking. So here's our fresh salmon. Once you have fresh salmon, frozen salmon is like, yeah. I still buy frozen salmon, but they legit didn't have any, so this was really the only option. Plus I saved $3 with my Kroger card. I also got a bomb deal with some shrimp at Kroger. I should have told y'all in stories, because if you live in Atlanta, I don't know if it's all the Krogers, but my Kroger, they had a pound of shrimp for $6.99 a pound, and I usually buy a 2-pound bag for $21, so I got 2 pounds of shrimp for $13. It's kind of suspect, because like, why is shrimp all of a sudden so cheap? You know what I'm saying? What's up with the shrimp? But I ate it and it was good. Actually, before I get busy on the salmon, because my fingers are gonna be all salmony, I'm gonna steam my vegetables first. I don't know about y'all, but I like my broccoli soft, okay? And for everybody out there that's gonna be like, oh, you're cooking all the nutrients out of it, scram. Okay, so there's some water at the bottom down here, and then there's my little steam rack. It's missing some teeth, but it's all right, still works. And then I'm just gonna put some broccoli on top and put the lid on. All right, boom, we'll check on her in a few. Let's get back to Salmonisha. Put some olive oil on the pan. Put her on in here. There she goes. And I did wash her off and wash my sink, okay? Because I don't care what Dr. Oz had to say about not washing your seafood, not washing your chicken, okay? I don't know who's been touching her, okay? So, in the words of the famous stripper Diamond, I don't trust anybody's information but my own. Okay. Y'all should be all familiar with these seasonings by now. Same old, same old. I pretty much usually use dang near with everything I make. Total seasoning, pepper. I'm only gonna use a little bit of this. I don't usually use a lot of salt. Plus this has a lot of sodium in it. So if I use this, I don't need salt, and vice versa. Actually, I might switch that around. I might use salt instead of this, because this packs a lot of flavor and I don't want it to take away from my honey rub. Okay, some lemon deal, salt, Himalayan, you know, onion powder, little obey, little paprika. So she's done for now. As I said, I don't really like to over season the salmon because I really like the flavor of the rub I'm gonna put on it. So she gonna be bursting with flavor. Don't try me. She gonna be flavorful. But we put all those seasonings on right there, and we're just gonna bake her like this for 10 minutes. Then we're gonna add our rub and then finish baking her. So I wasn't recording, my bad, but I added some barbecue sauce. I usually use this honey barbecue sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's, but Costco only had her, so I used her. Then we added on top, you see the honey. I added some honey, some minced garlic, because you know I'm out of garlic powder. We gotta keep the garlic on everything we eat. It's just a sin not to. Some brown sugar, and this looks like a bowl of diabetes so far. And a few pieces of pineapple. Oh gosh, I don't want the water to evaporate again, so let me turn this all the way down and add my rice before she has a fit. I just realized her top is in the dishwasher right now, making all that noise back there. So can she borrow you, girl? Thank you. She's ready to come off this steam. We're gonna turn her down. I'm gonna chop this up, get this pineapple all diced and nice. Now I'm gonna take her off her steam rack, get rid of the water, add some butter, and like season the broccoli. Oh, but not before I spread my sauce on my salmon. She's beeping. Slide her. We heard you, girl. Stop being extra. We heard you. She's about halfway cooked. Looking beautiful. Gonna add our little sauce. Ideally, I would have liked the pineapple to be a little more diced, but she was a chunky monkey. We're gonna prick her too with a little toothpick just so she knows we ain't playing no games. We ain't playing no games. You gonna drink this juice. You gonna get into this sauce. But yet the sauce is gonna get into you, okay? Now let's put her back in there to finish cooking. Oh, our rice is looking a little, oh. Let me check on her. You know what I said about rice and grits? They can turn their back on you really quick, okay? You can't leave these little ladies unattended. Okay, she's doing all right. She still got some moisture in there. We're gonna let her suck a little more of that moisture up before we add our zhuzh. We added about 2 teaspoons of butter. FYI, I am a butter whore, okay, and happy about it. Add some minced garlic. I'm gonna let that melt just a bit. Added our use-a-lie broccoli and our seasonings, which is going to be a little bit of Sazon, some pepper. She doesn't like a lot of pepper. She thinks everything is spicy, so we always take it easy with the pep. And some total seasoning. Stir her about and whatnot. Let her get drenched in that butter. Oh, this is so unhealthy. I love it. All right, she need her hat back. Bam. Want to add some butter to her? Yeah. It gotta be thick. Oh, she getting a little thirsty. Butter came just in time. So I got the butter. I'm gonna get some lime juice or fresh lime if you have it. People always steal my lime for their beer and liquor, but we still got the lime juice. Add a little total seasoning, tiny bit of Sazon, and some cilantro. Cilantro. I'm gonna add a little garlic to this too, since I don't have any garlic powder. That is about it. Let me taste this, make sure it's Yoshi approved. I know what she likes. Yes, and my timer just went off for my salmon. Yes, God. Yoshi usually always asks for extra sauce, so I'm gonna put this over here just in case. At the end, she likes to put on the rest of her rice. And yeah, this is the final outcome. It's so good. Yoshi! Oh, Yoshi! Yoshi! Wash your hands and come eat. See how I had to get ghetto on you because you weren't listening? Enjoying mine with a glass of wine. This is the wine I showed the other day on IG stories. It is called Behringer Bros Tequila Barrel Aged Sauvignon Blanc. And I like it because it's 15%, you know? Anything 15% and up can come to this house. You feel me? 15.1 to be exact.
I said I will call you back after dinner.
And look who finally got her hair washed. I see you, boo. You like your little meal, honey?
Smaller than usual.
What do you mean smaller than usual? That's a thick salmon. What are you saying? And there's more.
It's a skinny legend.
It's more, bro. Just eat what you got. You so greedy, bro.
That's barbecue sauce. You said you weren't putting barbecue sauce.
I said I was making a honey rub. So it's barbecue sauce, but I added stuff in there. Does it taste like regular barbecue sauce?
I guess not.
Ah, it's better than barbecue sauce, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. I know what I'm doing up in here. Stop playing with me. I'm tired of people playing with me, bro. Come on. I know how to cook. It's nothing, right? Everything I cook is hidden. Tell them. You're really... Where's the support? Good morning, honey. Today is 5 de Mayo. Check the footwork. Check the footwork. Ooh, ooh. Today is also Taco Tuesday. So we're having tacos tonight, but it's morning time right now. Yoshi has requested a salmon scramble with some of the salmon we had left over from yesterday. So that's what I'm about to make right now. Why am I blurry? So here we have a little bit of salmon here. It's okay that I took some of the barbecue sauce off, but I don't think it's gonna hurt to keep some of it on because it tastes bomb. Then I have some eggs in here. We're just gonna add total seasoning per usual and some sazon and some pepper. I'm gonna spray my pan with some olive oil first. Add some butter and let that melt up a bit. Add some spinach. Try to always put spinach in her eggs. Give her a little greenery, power green action. And I just lightly season it with a little bit of total seasoning. And once these just look a little wilted, kind of like this, the salmon's already done, so I'm gonna add my eggs first. And then once the eggs like aren't so watery, like when they're starting to clot up, if you will, then I'm gonna add the salmon because it really just needs to get warm. So normally if I didn't put salmon in here, I would sprinkle cheddar cheese instead or mozzarella. All right, and I don't cook my eggs too hard, so I'm gonna turn off the heat and plate. She's still doing some of her schoolwork. You all right? You look stressed out. Is it hard or something? Well, if you need help, just let me know. Don't get all stressed out. Here's your scramble, though. I hope you like it. Okay, when it's busting, show that it's busting, all right? Yosh, what's today?
Taco Tuesday and 5 de Mayo.
That's right, mommy. So I made it's like a bootleg Hennessy margarita because I didn't realize I had some more Hennessy left. And I only had like a little piece of Reposado tequila. So I put the little piece of tequila in there. It's just a piece. And lime juice. I don't like margarita mix because it's too sweet. So if you just use lime juice and tequila or lime juice and Henny, it's called a skinny Rita because it's less fat. So that's my drink. I know I look ratchet. I don't usually do my hair on the weekdays unless I have to film, and I'm not filming this week because I'm preparing Yoshi's birthday video, which you guys will see before this video. Now, about to make these tacos. So I have some of their ingredients out, not all. We're doing street tacos, and I'm gonna do a little bootleg nacho, nothing fancy, just so she has some chips and cheese. And I'm about to brown the ground boogie. And I got my little taco pack. I never usually use the whole pack, so I have a leftover taco pack. And let's get started. So we're gonna get her brown before we add some water and the seasoning. Now I do have shrimp because remember the other day I told you guys that I got like 2 pounds of shrimp for like $13. Crackhead prices. Only thing that I hate about getting fresh shrimp as opposed to fresh salmon, because fresh salmon I usually cook that right away. That much shrimp, I don't need to cook all that shrimp right away. So the shrimp that I didn't use that day I bought it, I put in the freezer. And look at this shrimp. It froze all together. I think I'm gonna just try to melt like 6 pieces off for 2 tacos. Are you gonna want a shrimp taco? See, she's not gonna want a shrimp taco, so more for me. That means I don't have to unfreeze that many pieces of shrimp. I was able to get a couple shrimp off my shrimp cube. Cold water. Obviously you don't use hot water or warm water because shrimp cooks hella easily. So now I'm about to chop up my peppers and I gotta get some cilantro for my meat, which I'm cooking really slow because I'm taking a long time to do everything else. This is usually the only time I eat ground beef, is when I eat tacos, because she doesn't really like spaghetti and I really don't either. I love enchiladas and I know how to make those, but she thinks they're too spicy. I'm just gonna add a cup of water and some of this taco seasoning. This was already not a whole packet and I'm not even gonna add all of this. So I'm gonna leave this on low and let it simmer. I'm making the Spanish rice, which I'm nervous about because I didn't use the whole pack last time. I don't know how I made it last time. And the instructions are only for the whole pack, not a piece of pack. So I'm about to just have to measure however much water I think it needs and some olive oil and butter. I'm about to do my corn now. I really want to take a risk and try to make like a bootleg street corn. I don't have any queso fresca, but that's just white cheese. So can I just use mozzarella? I don't know. Let's try. It's just food. Did you die though? I have the peppers and cilantro chopped up, but I think I'm only gonna use like, I was gonna use this all in the meat, but since I'm gonna need some for the corn, I'm just gonna use like half of it. Now I'm gonna make the shrimp. So the water for the rice is boiling. So we're gonna turn the heat down, right? Add the yellow rice. We're also gonna add a little butter, a little olive oil, and see what happens. I'm gonna have to turn the meat off before it like overcooks because it's been waiting patiently. Now let me add these shrimp. Oh, I would have got points deducted for the shell. Gotta get the corn warm, you know, so we can add the streak to it because it's street corn. Okay? In just a sec, we're gonna cut these up into threes, you know, to get a bang for our buck. Added the peppers to her too, so they can simmer on down. I really hope I don't ruin this corn. Deal breaker could be this mayo ketchup. I've never had this before, but I specifically got this for like tacos. It says it's a saucy sauce. You see it, a saucy sauce. So, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I'm gonna add a little bit of oil, butter, sour cream. I've never made this before, by the way, so if you're like getting grossed out, skip it. So my ketchup, mayo, and instead of just chili powder, I'm gonna do paprika and my chili jalapeno powder, my cilantro, some lime juice, and my bootleg queso fresca. Let's check on this rice. Looks hella watery. I might have put too much water. That water could evaporate. Let's keep hope alive. Let's taste this corn real quick. I don't taste nothing. It needs a little bit of everything I already added. And then I added some Sazon and some garlic. Oh, I forgot some pepper. Oh, my bow bang. Well, looky. Look who decided to come around. I'm gonna warm up this Velveeta. I'm actually gonna warm this up last because it's only gonna take 30 seconds. It's just a Velveeta cheese that gets hot because she likes chips and cheese. I got her chips right here. This is gonna be for my tacos. And sadly, the only thing she likes on her tacos is cheese and ketchup. Huh?
Per usual, like my cheeseburger.
Per usual, like her cheeseburger. That's exactly how she eats her cheeseburgers too, with just burger cheese ketchup. I don't know if ketchup on your tacos is a West Coast thing or just a us thing, but every time I put ketchup on her tacos, they're like, oh my god, ketchup on the taco, who does that? But if you haven't tried it, you should. So I cook one side, cook the other side, and before I cook the other side all the way, I split it in half. And I don't have a taco rack. I really want one though, because I hate when my tacos are super greasy, but I just shake it off. And before it cools all the way down, I add some Parmesan cheese to both sides. So here's Yoshi's, her meat cheese ketchup, her rice, her corn. I sprinkled some Parmesan cheese on the corn. I'm curious to see how she's gonna like that. And she has just some chips with some cheese on the side. So for mine, let me get my scoop of rice. I have shrimp tacos with the peppers, and then I used the mayo ketchup and I added seasonings to it to like make a little spread. Here's my bootleg street corn. Put a little Parmesan on top. And then I gave her most of the Velveeta, so I'ma just take...
This is Velveeta cheese?
Yeah.
No wonder it's delicious.
Yeah, I know you love Velveeta. I'm gonna take the scraps that are left and pour that on my chips. I really could have just microwaved another cheese pack, but I'm being cheap because I really wanted that cheese for like a really big nacho, not these little bootleg nachos. She looking scarce, but she's still gonna do. So for my nacho, I just have the ground beef, the shrimp, and peppers. I added some banana peppers, some sour cream, some salsa. I made me another drink, last drink as well, because we got stuff to do tomorrow. And I'm gonna use this guacamole before it goes bad. So I'm just gonna add this like on my nacho and on my plain tacos. And that concludes the taco portion of this video, ladies and gentlemen. Yoshi smashed her tacos. She said the corn was too spicy, as I knew she would say. What was wrong with the rice?
Yeah.
What do you mean, me?
Okay.
Hater. I didn't really season it. That's probably why you didn't like it, because I didn't put my special touch on it. Tomorrow is y'all's last day of meals. Yoshi's leaving Thursday, which means when she's not here, I don't eat. So, good morning, you beautiful ray of sunshine.
Good morning, you beautiful ray of beauty.
Beautiful. What you want for breakfast? Don't worry, I got you.
Make sure you season it with some sazon.
Girl, tonight we gonna have some chicken.
Yay! I love chicken. Let's just do a barbecue chicken.
Yes, girl, that's what I'm gonna do for you.
Yeah! Oh, my favorite part of the chicken is the flat part, because I can literally just bite it. It has so much meat on it.
Oh, you know what? I usually give me more flats than you. I didn't think you cared. Because I like all flats. But, you know, I give her like a couple, but I didn't think she really cared. So I usually always give me more. But now that I know you care, I'll split it.
Okay.
So I got you, girl. We got the bacon popping off. I'm only making her an omelet because I'm not hungry for some reason. So I'm just gonna have some cereal. Can't forget our brown sugar. We have 2 eggs, pepper, the total seasoning, and sazon. Take the bacon out. She said she didn't want any spinach, but she doesn't have a choice. I'm just gonna put a little bit in there. And I'll put this over here on the napkin too. So I kind of rinsed out the pan so it doesn't have all that bacon debris. And I sprayed some olive oil and a little bit of butter in here. And we're gonna pour the egg in. So as it cooks, you just wanna move the sides over. It's gonna be hard to do this with one hand. And fill in the holes, if that makes sense. Just kind of scoot the sides in, and then when it separates, you move the egg into that spot so that it's still a circle. It's usually way easier than this, but I'm doing it with one hand. So the whole point is just to cook the egg evenly, because if not, it'll just cook on the outside and then it'll be all runny. So, and before it cooks all the way and it's still a little runny, I'm gonna add the ingredients, which is cheese, cheddar, and mozzarella. And then I'm gonna add the spinach and bacon just to one side. I broke up the bacon into pieces, and then I'm just gonna flip this side over. And it's pretty much done because the inside is done. So I just put a tad more cheese on the top and then crumble the last piece of bacon on top. Boom, shaka, laka. And she has a 2-egg bacon cheese spinach omelet. Obviously, if it was mine, I would add some toppings, but she's basic.
Did you put bacon inside of it?
I sure did. I put bacon here. I put bacon there. I put bacon everywhere. We're so corny. What's up, Holmes? What's up with my dinner? Today for dinner, Yoshi wants some barbecue chicken, so that's what her last dinner with me for a couple days is gonna be. Barbecue chicken, Brussels sprouts, and mashed potatoes, similar to what I made on that TikTok, if you follow me on TikTok. Unfortunately, Yoshi prefers these potatoes. She's been like bugging me about these dang potatoes.
Yes.
So I'm gonna make them for her. They do taste good, I ain't gonna lie. This is some flour that's already seasoned. It already has like pepper, garlic powder, total seasoning, pretty much everything that I normally use. It's already mixed up in the flour. Then I have her leftover barbecue sauce from when I made, what did I use this barbecue sauce for?
Salmon.
The salmon. When I made her salmon, I had some leftover. So I'm gonna put this on hers, and then when I dip hers, I'm gonna add some of that spicy barbecue sauce. Why am I telling y'all what I'm about to do and just do it? Why? Wasting time. So since those are instant, those can be like very last thing. I'm gonna start the chicken first, and I'll steam the sprouts. So I'm gonna pour some oil in here so this can heat up. I do not have a deep fryer, so we gotta do it in our skillet. All right, the oil's hot. Time for the chicken. Just gonna dip my chicken into this seasoned flour. Make sure it's nice and covered, and put it into the pan. Now I try to do this fast because yeah, that happens. And I like to cover it so it doesn't pop everywhere. So I'm just about to do this super quick. Obviously, it's much safer to use some tongs, and I know I should because I already got burned this week by something else, but I guess I'm just a little savage. Alrighty, I got all the chicken in there. One chicken barely had any flour on it, but it'll be alright. And I'm gonna cover this up and let it cook on one side before I flip it. I have some water in here that I'm about to turn and heat up so I can steam my sprouts. Gonna put the lid on that. What y'all hear in the background, I'm watching a live. I'm watching Tank Eric Bellinger on live. Everybody that knows me knows I'm an Eric Bellinger stan. So much so that they've banned me from the aux cord. They like him too, but they're like, girl, every time. Every time. I love his music. Alright, I'm gonna take some of these out that look a little goldeny, like this one right here, and put it on a napkin. I'm afraid of uncooked chicken, so this stuff might be done, but I need it to look more brown skin than light skin, you know what I mean? Need to tan a bit more for me to feel comfortable. Alright, now I'm about to dip her chicken in the barbecue sauce. She likes a lot, so we're gonna sop it up and put it on. This is just a cookie sheet with some foil. I use the foil to save a mess. I guess I'll give her one more flat now that I know she likes them, but there wasn't really many flats in this chicken bag. Now I'm gonna add my mango habanero sauce to the rest of this and dip my chicken and put it on the other side so I know that's the hot side. And now I'm gonna put it in the oven. Not long, obviously it's already cooked. It's just really so the barbecue sauce can soften up the skin. So about like 5 to 7 minutes I'll say. 5, 7, 8, 9 minutes. I'm gonna finish these Brussels sprouts, take the tray out and butter them like I did the broccoli yesterday, and start this powder spud. Butter, sprouts in, the usual squad, and also some minced garlic, but just some Sazon, some total seasoning, some pepper. Ooh, that's good. All right, now for the potatoes, ain't nothing to it but to do it. It's just 2 cups of water. Let that boil, add the spuds. And then I add some milk and butter and stir. And everything's pretty much done. See how it looks all glazed? It's not all crunchy. It has a nice little soft barbecue skin. Last but not least, I drizzle just a little bit of this onto the Brussels sprouts. A balsamic vinegar glaze that my auntie put me on. I just put a little on Yoshi's. And that is about it. Barbecue chicken. Bootleg taters. Them taters are making me look bad, Yosh, just so you know.
Those look delicious.
They look delicious, but they're not homemade. They came from a bag. They're powdered spuds.
Can I get spork? So much for giving me some flats.
First of all, they actually didn't have a lot of flats in this bag. I only have 1 flat myself, and I gave you 2. So how about a thank you?
Thank you. Love you.
Exactly. And I don't let her drink soda, even Canada Dry, every day. I don't let you drink this every day. You already know that. You beg me. Sometimes I say no because you need to drink a lot more water. So I usually just put a splash of, I drink it by itself sometimes, but if I want it to be a little fruity, I put a splash of Simply Lemonade strawberry. Not that much though, because I like to put the whole can in the cup. And once a week, I would normally put an emergency pack in there, because along with our other vitamins, I try to do 1 emergency pack a week for us, just to keep our immune system functioning well. I swear by emergency packs. Every time I feel a little piece of sick and I pop me an emergency pack, you have to get it like right before you get sick. But it literally just like, I never get fully sick, like it's magic. And I also take probiotics. The one I'm taking now, I kind of switched between a lot of different ones, but the one I'm taking now is this one. It's called Renew Life for women's care. But I always switch brands with these. And I also have to take vitamin pills because this may be TMI, but I don't go but like once a week, if that. I know everybody's probably like, oh my God, girl, are you sick? Are you dying? How could you? You are full of shit. Literally. But my mom's the same way. It's just how we were made. So I have to take these. And then Yosh has her gummies. We try to stay healthy up in here, right, kid? Oh, and also, if you drink Seagram's ginger ale, not Canada Dry, might as well pretend you never even knew me. Don't trust you, never will, don't like you. Goodbye. And that is it for my single mom cooking in quarantine basic meals edition, because don't think this is all I got. This was basic, okay? As usual, let me know what you guys want to see next on my channel. It's very helpful. You guys give me ideas. I appreciate it. And until next time, love ya. Mwah. Stay safe.